Hello everyone, I'm Amit, an educator from India, and in this particular session we are going to learn about collaborative flipped classroom using Wakelet. Let's start. First of all, we should know about the contemporary changing times, and it's called VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous, and we should be aware as an educator that what's going around, because if we are aware, we will be able to upgrade ourselves continuously, and so we'll pass on the same skills and knowledge to our students, particularly if we talk about bridging the gap between academics and industry. So we should know that what are the skills required in the future, particularly beyond 2020 in the market. They are called 21st century skills. Here is a list of them published by World Economic Forum in their Future of Job reports. And they are complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, people management, coordinating with others, emotional intelligence, judgment and decision making, service orientation, negotiation and cognitive flexibility, right? And I'm putting it in the words of Alvin Toffler, who says that the illiterate of 21st century will not be the people who don't know how to read and write, but they will be the people who will not learn, relearn, unlearn, means the people who don't want to change themselves according to the changing times. So as an educator, it's a must for us to change. Here is an approach which is particularly very much effective in online teaching learning scenario. It's called flipped classroom. And flipped classroom approach, students might watch pre-recorded videos at home and collaborate in online discussion. They can do the research at home, and they come out to the classroom with a background knowledge, and they carry out the homework and engage themselves in the classroom, where a teacher serves as a guide or mentor to bridge the learning gaps, if any, right? Flipped classroom is basically focused on student engagement, active learning, and it also gives the educator a better opportunity to deal with mixed level of students, particularly like bright and supportive learners, and he can handle the student difficulties and attend them as per their learning styles. Because if we see this diagram, it automatically tells us that 70% of the work is almost taking outside the classroom, where the student is having pre-recorded lectures at home. He's doing the research, collaborating with others at home only, and then comes to classroom for the discussion or to carry out the practice work. Ultimately, he goes to extend his learning at home itself under the guidance of the mentor, right? If we do a clear-cut comparison in the traditional approach, teacher instructs, student take notes, student follow guided instructions, teacher gives assessment, student have homework. But in the flipped one, teacher instructs the lessons at home through videos, podcasts, books or website, whereas the students, after doing the research at home, collaborating with the fellows, then they have the deep understanding of the concept, and they come to the classroom with a background knowledge, apply them and extend their learning after intervention from the guide or the mentor. If there are any learning gaps, they are being filled by the mentor. So collaboration is a separate thing, that is collaborative learning. It's an educational approach to teaching and learning where groups of students are working together to achieve a common objective or goal, like solving a problem, completing a task, or creating a product. Then if we mix these two approaches, like collaborative learning and flipped classroom, it becomes collaborative flipped classroom. And we will talk about that how Wakelet can be used in collaborative flipped classroom approach to adapt as per the current changing time. Let's begin with it. So now let's get started with it, and I'm into my Wakelet account, and here are my collections, bookmarks, group collections. We are talking about collaborative flipped classroom thing, so we will click on the group collection part, and I'm taking you to my group collections, and here I just want to show how you can use this collaborative flipped classroom in your teaching learning practices. Here's an example. Actually, I'm a computer science educator, so teaching cybercrime is part of my curriculum. But if you want to make it interesting, as I did, I just thrown some particular topics to group of students, and they used Wakelet to create amazing collections. The best part of it was, like, they used the platform as per their forte. Means some of them were very good in curating or creating images, flyers, web banners. Some of them were very creative with the curating the video content. Some were very good in statistics, and some of them were very good in creating mind maps or maybe the word clouds. So in a group, when we throw a project, they communicate with each other, they apply their critical thinking, they go to internet, they perform the research with digital citizenship, and ultimately they come up with a finished product. So here is a collection which is created by my students. Some of them, like, it's Anchal Damsait, who was the owner of the collection, and here is a mind map which she created about the concept. After that, some catchy flyer by Divya Thakur, and you can see some good educational or awareness videos on the topic by her. And now here is a word cloud by Divya Thakur, and wonderful concept explained with the help of a catchy diagram or images. So it's like Lipakshi Negi, another student, now contributing with her curated videos pertaining to the topic. And here you go, step by step they are taking up different type of cyber crimes and explaining them with the help of videos, images, means audio visuals they are bringing in. So this is how they do the research. When they do the research, they actually take a deep dive into the topic, and which is the actual thing about the flipped classroom. And here you see the curated images, videos, infographics, whatever they do. Some big stats coming up, some negative effect photographs, some stats contributed by Akanksha Chauhan. So group of students working on a particular topic, doing the research at their home on the basis of the inputs from the teachers, or maybe they are doing the research by themselves after that, or interacting with each other and presenting this topic in front of the teachers, and the teacher is there to fill the communication gap. So you can see this wonderful topic being has been covered by the students only, and they actually gave a wonderful presentation on this. So this is the power of flipped classroom with the help of Wakelet, right? So now we are going to learn how we can create a group collection or a collaborative collection where students or our co-educator can contribute, and we can experience the same flipped classroom environment as we have seen earlier. Okay, so let me hit this plus button, create a new collection, and I'll create a fresh collection. I'll call it collaborative collection, right? And maybe I'm teaching some Python coding. Okay, so this spelling error will be taken care by the right click, and I'm teaching a particular concept, maybe file handling. I want my students or co-educators to contribute on this particular topic. So I'll just make this collection public, because in private collection they won't be able to contribute. So I'll hit this done button. So now this collection has been created. Now I'll hit this invite button, where I'll invite my co-educators or students to collaborate into it, right? So here one thing is that I can also throw any video or any particular topic in groups, or maybe ask them to contribute. So here is the link. I can copy this link and see here the link copied. Now I can share the very link or this QR code with my students through any mode of communication. Say if I would like to act as a student, so I'll just go into incognito mode and I'll just paste this link into the browser, and I will act as a student. So if as a student I want to contribute into the collection, it will first ask my name. I'll just add my name, and the collection will be opened to me, where I can add my contribution by editing it, right? So I'll just hit the edit button. So now I'll have the plus button. I cannot I don't have the right to delete this collection, but or any other's contribution, but I can always contribute into it. So as a student, say I have created some video, I just wanted to share the video link with my teacher. So I'll just hit this plus button, copy the URL, and this video link will be added here. As Wakelet provide us autosave options, so there's no need to hit the save button, only done. So I have made my contribution as a student. So now let me go into the main window, minimizing this incognito window. This is my main collection. I could have also invited anyone through QR code, or by entering his or her email ID on this one. Like I can just select them as contributor who are already my followers. I can only hit the plus button. They're added down there. I can delete any contributor also. Options are there. So I'm just refreshing my collection, as I must receive one contribution from a student. Here, if I refresh this, so I will receive the contribution made from that invited link with the student. So it depends upon your internet connection how much time it may take. And here is one item it's already showing, which is shown down there. See it. So as the owner of this whole collection, I have all the rights to delete or do anything with these contributions, but at least as a student they can make their contributions into it. So this is how a collaborative collection has been created, and a flipped classroom is practiced very easily. This very collection is also visible in the grouped collection. It's like group collections. So here, this collection is also available here. So this is how we can create the collaborative collections, invite any student or co-educators to contribute in it to create a flipped classroom environment. So we will be talking about more about flipped classroom through other platforms too. Thank you.